Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a video on how I started streaming, some streaming software I use, and just some overall tips if you're wanting to start streaming. Now, I want to preface this by saying I do not consider myself at all like a big streamer or big hotshot or like, oh my gosh, I know everything. I don't. I'm still learning and still trying to grow and learn as a streamer myself, but this is just all in my experience. The first thing I want to talk about is the importance of the username. The username pretty much reflects you as a person and also who you are as a streamer. When choosing a username, try to make sure that it's pretty easy to spell. So if you tell somebody, oh, this is my username, they should be able to know how to spell it right away just off of how it sounds, is what I've always gone off of. Another thing is you also want to make sure that there isn't too many numbers. My old username, which a couple of people know, was SharkCookie105. I made it when I was younger and it's kind of embarrassing, but that's just what it was. So when I started streaming, that was originally my username, but I noticed a lot of people in my chat would just call me Cookie, so I kind of want to get rid of the shark part. And when I was creating a username, actually, I was like, what can I identify myself as? Who do I want to be known as? And I'm like, well, I'm Canadian. A lot of people know me as Cookie, Canadian Cookie, but that was taken. So I added the Canadian Cookie. So you can do that trick. If there's a username you really want, you could add a word just at the beginning, just to make it flow a little bit better, or to get the username you want, like in my case, like I did. Essentially, your username is your digital identity and how others see you in this whole streaming world. Theme and branding. I personally believe that having a consistent theme and branding is crucial for a streamer. It pretty much just helps your viewers recognize you from other channels and sets you apart. Personally, when I think you have a consistent theme and branding and color palette to your channel, I think it makes you look very professional and put together, and it obviously shows your viewers that you put effort into this. When thinking of a theme, you want something that reflects yourself, and if you're thinking about color palettes and themes, also take into account overlays, alerts, panels, also how you want your stream to look. That is another big thing. For me, my whole theme is sakura flowers and this pink aesthetic, which as you can see across with my overlays, my channel points, my Discord server, and different things across my channel, is that they're all sakura themed and have this pink aesthetic to them. When you're developing a style and theme for your whole channel, it doesn't have to be one thing for the rest of your life. You can obviously change, because as you grow as a streamer and as you develop as a content creator, your style is obviously going to change. So think of this theme and branding like your own personal style. When starting to stream, what I started to do is I looked at different platforms. The main platforms I was looking at was Twitch and YouTube. I know now there's a platform called Kick that you can stream on. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not going to really talk about it, but if you do want to look into it, I'd recommend doing your own research. But the main ones I looked at were YouTube and Twitch. Now, currently I am streaming on Twitch. That is what I stream on. I personally really like it. I know there's a lot of pros and cons for both platforms. No matter what streaming platform you're looking into and wanting to stream on, do research, make sure it's the best fit for you, and if you do want to do it long term, make sure it's a platform that you can do / stream on for a long time. Honestly, I tried streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. Personally, I found the Twitch process a lot easier just because it kind of resonated with me more than it did YouTube. I would definitely do your own research, and either way, test out both because it doesn't hurt, and see which one you like best. Once you create your username, you have your theme, your branding, you selected your streaming platform that you would like. The next thing is social medias. Actually, I would say once you get a username, snatch up the social medias with that username as fast as humanly possible, because you don't know if they already exist or not. Me personally, right now I have Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube all under The Canadian Cookie, as you're watching on right now. Also, with that being said, go follow my socials if you like. They're all linked in the description below. Oh, I hate promo. But also allows you to create different forms of content like YouTube Shorts, TikToks. Obviously, you could post your thoughts and opinions on Twitter, and just gives you a more personal and behind the scenes feel for the viewers so they can get to know you a bit better. Also, I'm just going to say this now, I'm going to refer to Twitch a lot when I'm talking in this video, so if you would like to stream on YouTube, I'm sure you can use some of these tips or like things I did. You could definitely apply them to YouTube, but for this sake, since I do stream on Twitch, I'm going to be talking in terms of Twitch. Eliminating dead space and engaging with viewers. One of the things that I was most worried about when I did start streaming is, oh my gosh, how do I keep talking for like an hour, 2 hours straight? How do I eliminate dead space? Like, what if no one's talking in chat, then I can't talk to anybody? No, you can talk, just keep talking. Even if no one's in your chat, it is better to keep talking than not be talking and wait until someone gets in your chat, because realistically, if you're a small streamer and someone joins you and you're not talking and you're just sitting there like playing your game, not narrating or discussing things, they're gonna be kind of bored and just leave. They're gonna be like, well, I'm not going to bother, and just dip out. How do I eliminate dead air? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to talk about. Talk about anything. Did you have something interesting happen in your day? Talk about that. Do a little story time. You can be like, oh, what did you have for lunch? Explain why you like that for lunch. Or if you went to the mall, why you went to the mall. What did you get at the mall? But you can share little tips, ask questions if you play with a group of people. If there's something interesting that happened, you could discuss current events, but I would stay away from anything political for political reasons, because that can get a little controversial real quick, so I wouldn't really do that. A current event is someone from your favorite artist dropped a new comeback or a new album. You could talk about that. For example, with that, for me personally, I really like Stray Kids and K-pop. By the time I'm filming this video, actually, Stray Kids just dropped their album for Rockstar. So I was talking about that with my chat and having a fun little conversation with what we think about it, what songs are favorite, why I'm super excited about it, things like that. Finding your niche or finding what game you want to play. If you have several games that you really like to play, I would recommend being a variety streamer and not sticking to one game. Because when I first started out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a Bed Wars streamer. I'm gonna play it forever. Newsflash,
I didn't.
Oh, my shoulder just cracked. I ended up switching to Valorant about a year through that, and then after that I haven't touched Bed Wars since, and a lot of people know me from Bed Wars, so I genuinely wish I did variety streaming sooner. It's less pressure because you go under this. If you do pick one niche, the only thing I would warn you about, make sure it's something you can do forever and realistically. Bed Wars, I thought, oh, I could do this forever. Realistically, I'm never gonna quit this. But then I did, and then I went through this phase where I was like, oh, no one's gonna watch me because they only know me for Bed Wars, so I was forcing myself to play Bed Wars, even though that's not what I was enjoying or not what I was wanting to play. If you are like me, I would recommend becoming a variety streamer. Find your rhythm, find whatever floats your boat, and find your niche. Softwares. Finding the right software for you. In this case, I'm going to be talking about softwares I use for Twitch. If you have a weaker PC, I would definitely recommend OBS. It's fairly simple to set up and everything as well. However, I do now use OBS Streamlabs, which I also really like. Both are equally good programs. Streamlabs, I feel like it definitely takes up a bit more resources when you are streaming from your PC, so I would recommend it if you have a bit better PC and not weaker, but it is very, very beginner friendly. OBS, you have to think and kind of play around with a bit more just to find the different settings and find different things you're looking for, while Streamlabs is very easily beginner laid out and it's very beginner friendly. I feel like the main thing with softwares is that you have to just experiment, find which one fits your vibe and is easiest for you to use. Find whichever one works for you. You got it. How to how to grow beyond Twitch. This is something I've personally struggled with for so long, and I still struggle with it, is growing on Twitch. It is so hard to grow strictly just on Twitch. Whatever platform you stream on, it is just as important to be active and present on other social media platforms, personally, I think. But the best way to grow on Twitch is actually not on Twitch. It is really hard to grow strictly on Twitch. I think it's better to grow on other platforms. For me, for Valorant, since I'm a Valorant streamer right now, I'm mainly variety, but I do tend to do a lot of Valorant. So I'm posting lots of Valorant clips on my TikTok, YouTube. I think those are the main two. Just TikTok and YouTube Shorts are so freaking good for growing and expanding your audience. I think that is definitely the best. I actually got probably almost all of my following and all of my community from TikTok and YouTube Shorts, especially heavy on the TikTok one. If I'm scrolling on TikTok and I'm like, this streamer looks kind of cool, I'm gonna follow them, and then I'll like look on their profile. I'm like, oh, they're kind of cool. I like a lot of their content. Oh my gosh, no way. There's a link in their bio that's Twitch. And I go over to Twitch, I'm like, so this is where they get all their clips from. If I like their profile and I like their content, then I will most likely follow them on Twitch because I follow them on TikTok. A lot of creators that I found on TikTok, I've actually followed on Twitch and on YouTube. So think of that. The best way is to grow outside of Twitch. Anyway, that was it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new. If you did, comment below. Let me know if you learned, and if you have any tips for me, then I would love if you could share some with me, because I'm always, like I said, trying to learn and trying to improve myself so I can be the best version of myself. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Side note though, have fun. Yeah. Find a username you like. Go after streaming if it's your dream, because you deserve to reach your goals. So go after them. Keep fighting if that's what you want to do. Keep fighting for it. You believe it. Believe in yourself. You got it. You got it.